Good evening. I'd like to call this meeting to order on February the 4th, our regular meeting. As we gather today, I would like to acknowledge on behalf of this community and our community that we are meeting on the traditional territory of the Algonquin people. We would like to thank the Algonquin people and express our respect and support for their rich history. We are extremely grateful for the many continued displays of friendship. We also thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. And please join me in a moment of silent reflection. Thank you. And one item on my address, and that's on January 29th, I attended a county council meeting, which was the second of the new format, and it went pretty good. We were done roughly around 4 o'clock, which is earlier than the last one, so things are looking good. And that's the end of my address. Does anyone have any pecuniary financial interest? Haven't seen them. And now we'll move to delegations. Mr. Marks, I don't believe you're here. So we'll move to Scott Gardner. Hello, Scott, are you there? Meeting this one. Hello, Scott, are you there?
Well, there we go.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Hello, Scott, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for letting me join this way.
The microphone's yours, Scott.
Okay, thank you. Once again, thank you for allowing me to join in this way. There was just a couple items that I was wanting to address that we've brought up at previous council meetings, but I was just kind of wanting to know for the members of our association, also other people around the lake, there was a couple of things, and the first one would be, and I think this might be more directed towards Dean. I'm not sure if he's in attendance or not.
He is.
Yes, great. I guess the first one is the MNRF approval for the installation of the grates that the association and Rent for Power looked at having. And I know last year that was one of the issues we had. And I was just wanting to make sure we're kind of ahead of the curve on it this year so that when we have the thaw, that we're in a position that we can actually action this.
Okay, just Scott there. I was talking to a member of MNRF with regards to the permits and the stuff for both the potential ramp plus the grates that are going in there. Scott, unfortunately, she told me like to apply for the permit like anytime like now kind of thing. Unfortunately, it will not be in the spring. It has to be after July. If we're working in the water, it'll have to be in July when we put it in there. The grade itself, but she said it shouldn't be an issue, but she said they're short staffed. So when I get like I said, I was talking to her in the new year, and when I get that filled out, I'll send it out right away. We'll get that on the ball rolling, and then after July, we'll put that in.
I see. Okay. All right. And then did we ever get our engineer's report on the status of the ramp itself? I know you were looking into it, but I don't know if it ever materialized for us.
Yes, we did. We had brought that to council and council did review it. We never got a quote and that's gonna be sent to the finance meeting. For council's decision on what they want to move forward with. And how much money they want to spend on the ramp itself, Scott.
Okay, thank you. I'm kind of zipping through these quick, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. The other one thing, and I'm not sure, Tammy, if I have the ability to share my screen or if this is something that I'll give it a try. Well, it says disabled. Okay. There is some signage that the association, we've already spoken to the county of Renfrew, and basically it's some four-way cautionary signs, more so to the participation and basically that it's a, you know, walk, run, ride, kind of goes, it dovetails off the hardening of the shoulders on the road. So this is something that the county has already said that they're okay in terms of setting it up more as a billboard type of thing opposed to signage. If I could share, Tammy, I don't know if that's something that you can allow me to do.
Did you,
To share
can you try now?
Okay, give me a sec. Oh, look at you go. There you are. Do you see it now?
Oh,
Scott, are these the signs that you've shown us before? The diagrams?
No, these are more of a participation type sign. Bear with me one quick second. No, I don't think it's going to let me, unfortunately. Can everyone see that?
yes,
Okay, so this is basically, and we wanted basically to speak to council as well. We would, the county has already said they would like to be honored as well, and it's not, we're not coming to council to look for any money or anything of the sort, but basically we're more so looking at, and I understand, Dean, you and I'll have to take a drive and make sure they're in appropriate spots, of course. And obviously, you know, we're having them made, but I was wanting to, and I can send a hard copy of this to Tammy so you can distribute it. But this is the nature of what we wanted to put up. I can just give you a couple spots in terms of, bear with me a second. So for these signs here, can you see the map all right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so the
Yeah.
spots the spots annotated as 1, 2, 3, and 4. So unfortunately, the map cuts off. So it would be before Foy Corridor, the first one. The second one would be before you're getting into Round Lake Center. The third one would be if you were coming from Killaloe towards Round Lake Center. And the fourth one would be just prior to where Traymore is. So basically when all points where people are coming into the lake area, we were looking at putting them in those areas. The second, so 5 through 9, those were signs that basically Dean and I have to go and confirm the locations of them. And these were the signs that I did show you previously in terms of for boat cleaning and et cetera of that nature. So those ones, I have a copy of them, but there's no sense me being redundant. But those are the locations that we're looking at to put those ones. Mainly, like I said, you can kind of relate as to where they are from the pictures on the screen. And I will.
You're gonna talk to representative from the county to decide where those signs go on the county roads?
Yes, so I've already spoke to Lee Perkins about it. So I've spoken to him. They're like I said, their contribution is in terms of basically they're going to set it up so there's no cost to setting it up in that. And then in terms of locations, I just want to harden up the locations of it, and then they'll proceed from there on the county roadside. Yes. I just basically my biggest concern was I wanted to confirm, and like I said, I don't need an answer obviously immediately, but we did want to include the township in the signage just so that you know what it's representative of everybody in the location. So basically you can see KHR is in the bottom right, counties on the left, and obviously the associations in the middle. So
Awesome.
That's
And-
yes.
and
Thumbs up,
Yeah.
Scott.
Okay, thank you. These were the signs we talked about previously, and these are the ones that Dean and I just have to nail down some spots that we wanted to put them on the lake. That was the ones that I'd annotated as 5 through 9. So, Cheryl Boyle Park, pretty much any public spot that people are accessing the lake is the spots that we're trying to, obviously hit them. These are smaller signs, so there's not going to be as much impact. We've actually had a business that's on the lake that offered to to give us all the posts for it. So it's kind of nice. The community is coming together in favor of it already as well. So it's a good thing in that respect. Okay. Just give me a sec. I think that's it for it. Okay. The only other thing I guess that I was kind of wondering, and I apologize if I haven't seen it yet, but I remember in some of the previous council meetings, and I had the dates down, August the 6th, September, October, and November, we discussed the township was considering putting up road signs. And I know there was some discussion in terms of the locations and everything like that. And I think you folks might have got some quotes on them. Has that gone anywhere, or have we proceeded anywhere from that?
Yeah, Scott, Tammy did receive quotes, and
Yes.
that'll be coming for budget.
Okay, very good. And I just want to say, Tammy did share them with me, so I appreciate that. That was one of the things we discussed. So she's already shared those with me as well. So I think that was pretty much everything. Like I said, it was more so I wanted everybody on council to be apprised of the things that we were looking at doing. And I just wanted to come to you guys and not be with a handout looking for money, but more so saying that, as the association, we're trying to do things to, for the betterment of the entire area.
That's awesome. We appreciate all of your efforts.
Okay, thank you very much. And once again, thank you for having me.
Have a good night.
Okay,
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, thanks, Scott.
thank you.
Okay, resolution for the minutes of the previous meeting. January 22nd.
I'll move by Harold Levine, second by Maureen McMillan, motion to approve the minutes of the regular council meeting on January 22nd, 2025, open and closed sessions.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Hearing. Anybody have any questions in regards to the meetings? Special note, don't forget tomorrow night is the special meeting. Yeah, reports.
Okay, so regular winter maintenance ongoing, equipment repairs. We had to have one of our tandem plow trucks towed to Pembroke. It was the same truck that cost us already $7,000 just this month, or within this year alone. So that's since what do you call it, since January. It's electrical problems again. It's fixed now, so we should have them back tomorrow. And one of our half tons needed some work done as well. There was some issues with the electrical as well on that, I guess, with the salt and what you have, it's inevitable. Today there was the transportation company that we had looked at for the fuel rebate for tandem plow trucks only. So he was in today, he picked up some more books and reports from us, and they went back as far as 2020, October 1st, 2020 to June 30th, 2022. And PTO diesel rebate was $629 that we received as a municipality. And July 1st, 2022 to March 31st, 2024, the PTO diesel was $449, so we a total of over $1,000 for a rebate. So that was a good final And that's why we go to these conferences, you find something like, I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but every $1,000 here, $1,000 there will actually help in the long run. Unfortunately, it's only with the clear diesel, it's not with the colored or the gas, but at least it's better than nothing. And they do they do a majority of the work. Like, he was in there, like I said today, and he went to the ministry, and I think their company alone has $1 million tied up in rebates from like bigger construction companies like Kavanaugh, Tomlinson, et cetera. So they're sitting there, so he was with discussion with the ministry, like, doesn't matter if it's, 3%, if you have to cut a $3 check, it doesn't matter if you have to cut a $3 million check, it's still, there's still money in municipalities' pockets, right? So that's a good sign, I think, anyway. So the Mask Road, to no truck traffic, whatever, I've been working on it, and once report I got together, I'll present it to council, and then we'll go from there. If council wants to proceed with it, or we'll see if that's even an option. We're still working on it. I'm in touch with some municipalities too, just to see if they do anything like that as well. So I'm still in touch with them. On January 23rd, I attended the virtual meeting there with regards to the road rehabilitation study that for the county. At this point, it still looks like it still has to go to committee and council, and still in draft stages only. So I'll keep council up to date on when something comes up. And if you hear anything, Dave, on the county level, I'd appreciate it if you inform me if I don't catch it or if nobody reports it to me. The only thing I guess I got was an email there from the county rent group, and it said something along the line of for the committee report, it said the operation committee directs staff request for the engineering proceed with the rationalization study on the county level and roads and municipality. It was discussed at the December 12th meeting, but it says here that the lower tier municipality requested that. Well, I was at both meetings and I didn't hear anything that was requested that we say that. No, really, I know we had our concerns, the council sent a resolution that we weren't happy with their reports. But on that email, the summary, unless he's talking about in the December meeting, but it's still, nobody said go ahead with another study. No, from the lower tier municipality. Like I was talking before I came to the council meeting, a couple of road troopers from the area close to this area. And they said the same thing, and they said, no, we missed that if that was happening, and so I just wanted that, so like I said, if you hear anything, I'd like, from the county level
and vice versa, let me know too.
No, for sure, we have to keep on board with that. I don't think, like right now, I think, because they do a point system and stuff, so I think it's pretty decent for us right now, just for the traffic and stuff, but I just want to make sure the council is aware and kind of thing, we'll have to keep on that for sure.
Like Dean, there's some things that rationalization study that do make sense throughout it, the survey that they did. But page 26 and 27 and 28, where it says to download those roads, makes no sense at all. And that's going to have a tough time as long as those pages continue to stay in there. Yeah. But there's a lot of things within that.
Oh, no, I know what I said, and it might never happen.
Good.
It might never happen, you said.
It may never happen.
But just the thought of it, like they're spending money, like taxpayers' money on that for what? If it's not gonna happen, or if they're not gonna, take smaller municipalities seriously.
Yeah, well, I think you know better than anyone what you heard at your last two meetings. There was a total miscommunication of this whole thing. It should never have gone to where it is. Releasing those 3 pages. Because that just lit fires all over the place.
Yeah, but who's taking away that? Quite honest.
How do you spell that? Politics?
Pardon me?
Politics?
Just saying.
Just say.
Anyway, moving on, that's it for that, so anyway, I got an email again there just before the meeting today with regards to the 2026 Renfrew County Road Supers Association Trade Show. So apparently it's going to be held in Petawawa in 2026. So that's good. So they want us to provide by the 21st our logo, or up-to-date logo or whatever like that, so they can put it in a magazine. And the magazine, it's 100% goes back to Renfrew County Road Supers Association. So that's gonna be put on there, and if, this municipality can help out in any means. With, in 2026, that is, if they need anything to help out, like, most of the time they're paid for the vendors and, the trade show and stuff like that, but if there's any way. We could help out, I think that'd be a good idea, because we pay into it, and it's a good cause, I'll be quite honest, and. There's a lot of people that go to these, both people. Well, you were up too, Harley, like the trade shows, there's a lot of people that walk through there in a day kind of thing, right, so. The only other thing is that you see, I have put on your desk in front of you with the auto valuation difference. With the organics, I guess on, April 2025, they will not be picking up anything from Algonquin Park. Which we were included in that, so when they picked up, we were one of the depots that was stopped on. So we're gonna have to come up with something, because the roll-up bins is out of the option, like right now, they have those bins sitting there. For us, and they're gonna dump them in the spring for the Mohawks, just because when we don't go through that much material like for Mohawks wise. And they say that like when it freezes too much in the Mohawks, so when they're trying to lift them up with the truck. What happens is the bottoms don't open up on them, because they're froze, because. Like, we don't have that much stuff going through, it's different in the summertime, which, But, so we're gonna have to decide sometime to see how that's gonna work. If we're gonna see if we can get bins for ourselves in the winter, or. Because it's $210 plus HST already effective immediately, so if we need a service done like tomorrow. They're gonna start the truck and they're gonna charge $210, and it's gonna probably cost like 3 hours. Kind of thing, so we're gonna have to decide what's left with that, so we still have time. But I just wanna let the council know that, so we can just kind of move forward with that. Kind of thing.
So Dean, they pick that up once per week
Winter time is per call basis,
per call, so when you call, they come and pick it up.
within reasonable, yes.
And then they charge you $210 per hour, so that's.
You're basically looking at 3 hours, probably, or more.
I was just talking to to Brian about this. You're talking about the municipalities getting together and doing stuff. Well, Barry's Bay hauls their organics to the waste site in Pembroke there. Well, why can't we get in touch with Barry's Bay and see if they pick ours up? And at a flat rate or whatever they want to charge us. Because it only take them a few minutes to go in there and pick them up, and because they go to Pembroke with theirs all the time. If we can get in touch with them, or get in touch, I don't know, Hillary, or who would you get in touch with?
Yeah.
Get in touch with Hillary there, and
So we'd like to give the direction to talk to Hillary about this.
it's better. I don't think they charge us $210 an hour.
The transition.
When we, yeah.
The only thing is we have to decide in the winter time, right, because we could lose our Mohawks there, we could lose all 4 of them. At the mask site, and all 2 of them at the Ground Lake site, if they're not used as enough. So like, compared to various Bay, like, yes, I do agree with you, Carol, like, they have like grocery stores and all that stuff, and they do probably weekly, I presume.
I'm not, I think
don't know,
so,
I
yeah.
don't know, I'm just guessing, but
Mm.
like us, we would probably use them, like Masco would say probably be. Every month and a half, so.
Well,
It's 20 minus 30. So we're still gonna have to figure something out for the winter time, or maybe we're just gonna have to, at budget time, maybe look at more Mohawks to put in and just, leave them till spring.
And how much does a Mohawk cost?
Off the top of my head.
Mm.
I'm thinking, I thought it was around 6 to 8 the last time, but don't quote me on
It looks to me like it says, it's anticipated center's Mohawks collection service will end in December 25, so that means it's over. for
I'm gonna still contact, I just got that there today, an email, but yes, I did read that.
It looks like we might have to have a total new solution, whether it's Mohawks or something.
Correct. No, that's it.
Yeah,
Dean, this, 210 per hour, is that what we're being charged now? Is that the same?
Again, Brian, I'm not sure what, I don't, not off the top of my head.
but they're still gonna charge us effective immediately at $210.
Dean, could you just go and work miracles for us? And we'll figure that.
Contract until the end of December. We don't have a contract, so we could stop tomorrow.
when the parks are open, it's different, it's not a non-call, it's, when the parks are open. It's in the system, so you would be paying as much as
No,
if they have to call and they come down and pick it up. Costs more when you have to call them.
you just,
Well, maybe we should, give the direction to talk to Madawaska Valley and then to, see what can possibly be worked out.
Well, we'll talk to the new general manager there, because Sue McCray, she retired, so the new general manager of Auto Waste is now, a different lady, so I can get in touch with her as well.
Well, can we get some prices on more of those Moloch bins?
Because that might be a different solution if we could do that, you know, put more energy into the spring. But that's,
You look at those new bins, but you put a few, have new bins built up fast.
I know. But you can get different sizes of food down there. But. Yeah, it just depends on the cost too, right? So.
So you'll get back to us then.
Yep,
there's nothing in the system for a grant for putting Molochs in and keeping it out of the. No, okay,
I don't know, quite honestly.
Yeah.
I can look into that too, but I don't know.
okay.
My report?
Great, thank you.
Okay, so I just want to let council know that I provided you my report from Roma. I won't go into detail for what it is. It's quite lengthy, but I provided to for review. Also, Community Development Coordinator Colton Charbonneau received a thank you email. He asked that I read it out loud to council. So thank you to KHR Township for their work on the Round Lake rink this season. I've been there a few times this season when the rink building has been opened and sometimes when it has been closed. The rink employee is welcoming and helpful. Thank you for hiring her. She's a great addition to the team. The ice surface has been in great condition, and after the snowfall, it is maintained in excellent form. The schedule ensures that I, as well as many really young people I know, can learn to skate using the entire rink surface without worrying about getting hit by a puck. Thank you to the township for their work upgrading the walkway to the bench between the rink surface and the rink building. It's a great place to put skates on outside of the building hours. It is my hope that over time, more young families and seniors will use the facility as it becomes known to be young family and senior friendly. Elizabeth Burkett.
Thank you. And she,
She's teaching Brian to skate.
We've seen you there.
And the last thing I have in open is I provided council with the County of Renfrew's proposed policy for community safety zones on county roads. The county is asking for it to be reviewed, and if there are any comments, I ask that they be submitted to myself by February the 26th, because the county is asking for February 28th for comments to be
so everybody has that in the package.
Yeah, find it.
That was the extra. for it.
yes. My legs are broken.
Anyone have anything in committee reports? Reports. Industrial Inquiry Commission reviewing Canada Post. Anyone have any comments? Yes.
Better declare it.
I got a conflict. Well, I guess. The resolution is closed, if
Mhm.
anyone feel comfortable in doing that resolution. But really, I can't really ask for.
I'm not gonna know that.
No movers? Good. Okay, next one, from Ray Stanley. And the next one from the township of Woolwich. Election advocacy and preparation. Something for the town of Foxbury, municipal code of conduct. And the next one is the Redwood County Veterinary Service Committee. So basically, let's do the fees that we paid this year and the fees that we paid next year.
It was nice to receive that whole package because they need to put some clear understanding of that, you know, what that group does.
And we're,
And we're,
and the next one is town of Baldwin Hills. It's over in the Canada.
are we going to support that?
Next meeting,
We're going to support that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was late in forwarding my request forward, but it'll be next meeting. Margaret Bingham, rethinking Redwood's climate action plan. Next one also is from Margaret Bingham. Response to questions of Redwood County's climate action plan. And the next one is, we'll go in bylaws, bylaw number 8, 2025.
Moved by Maureen McCormick, second by People Field, that bylaw number 08-2025, being a bylaw to authorize the mayor and CAO clerk treasurer to sign the Ontario Transfer Payment Agreement between His Majesty the King and Right of Ontario and the Corporation of the Township of Killaloe, Hagerty and Richards for community emergency preparedness grant funding for the Township of Killaloe, Hagerty and Richards for the purpose of equipment and materials to enable the rapid production of sandbags during flooding emergencies be given its first, second, and third reading and finally passed this 4th day of February 2025.
Discussion, all those in favor? Here. Have one item, an unfinished business. We have discussed previously the request for Deer Trail Road extension. Discussion. No comments?
We made a decision at the last meeting, I think.
No, no.
I thought,
There was three options, I think, eh? We
There
had-
would be options,
Oh.
either we do it, we deny it, or we let the landowner do it.
and they bring it up to road standards.
Bring it up.
And we're hoping to be, to take a look at it before. For all the snow travel.
Yeah, no, like I was talking to Pam, we discussed with the road. I don't feel comfortable giving the price and seeing like if the municipality is going forward, because I've never been up that road. Like I have been up the road where we turn around for the plow, but I just don't feel comfortable going past that to see at this time because of the snow. We can't get up there and take a look at the drainage and stuff.
I think, if we do happen to go on a road tour this year, I think we should go have a look at it and see what's we're getting into.
What's the deadline for that? You got it off your head?
No.
I got them look too, I can't remember.
I don't know if there's a deadline
Do
for,
they put a deadline on here?
I didn't,
We're not in, regardless, we're not in a position to make any kind of
No.
decision, and you can do it, that's what.
I think basically we need to wait until he can view the situation.
mhm.
But again, it's council decision, do we wanna go with
No, but we need.
that option, that other option, there's three options, right, so it's council decision.
Well,
I think,
We need for you to take a look at it and give us your opinion,
But-
then we can make our decision. Right? That's something.
as far as I'm aware, I don't think we've ever done that
no,
in those situations. Normally, what happens is the people looking for that extension would bring the road up to standards at their cost. And then the municipality would take it over and upkeep it. I think that's the way it's been done in the past, and that's the way I would obviously vote to have it.
See, that's what we did with 45 corridor, right?
Yeah,
So
any of the roads, I know a few of them that have been done.
Did-
so they surveyed them, they brought it up to standards, and then, yeah, so.
I mean, that's,
Mhm.
that's what I would certainly hope he ended up with, but I think that he needs to view exactly what we're talking about before we can make a decision.
Did-
Does that make sense, or?
Yeah, because like I said, I've never been up on that, on a part
Yeah.
of it.
So you don't know what the upkeep and maintenance is gonna be, what it's
No, off the
gonna
top
look
of my
like
head, no.
until you see it, so you don't wanna make that decision until you
So
have.
it says you can get in there and take a look at it.
Yeah, we need to have everything on the table before we can.
am I wrong, or did our lawyer not bring something up? I don't know if it's the same situation, but we had the same situation on Greens Road. That they had to bring it up to standards and go so on and so forth. So that's the same situation. That's Greens, that's Greens Road.
It's similar, there were some differences when we discussed it.
Yeah,
There's definitely some differences because on, just say, for instance, Greens Road, there had been work done, the municipality had done it. Back in the
Previous.
days,
yeah.
previous. This road, I don't believe the municipality had anything done to it,
Mhm.
but again, council decision, they gotta, like, you for one.
Yeah, I know.
Could open up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Just wanted to throw
Well,
that there.
My-
one of the other things that was different, from my recollection of the discussion is that in this particular case,
Mhm.
and it hadn't been in any of the other cases, all of the, abutting landowners have agreed to the change. That's just my recollection,
Well, I think we have.
On which road is that, Bill?
on the Deer Trail.
I think, no, they want to sever 3 lots off the property, I think. Right?
There's 3 lots.
Yeah, and there's no abutting. I think the person who owns the property wants to bring the road up to sever 3 lots.
So can, we have to apply to the government first,
No,
apply to.
count,
The people, so we say to them, we need more time to. Look at the situation, and gain more information.
I-
We're not prepared, we can take the decision, but
There's a deadline on this? There is a certain deadline?
third option there, they bring it up to standards and do the survey. They give it up to pay for it.
Well, no, we should. I wouldn't-
yeah, I think we should respond to them and say,
No.
we're not prepared to this. And,
Well-
once those people look at it, then we can. We
Mm.
can analyze it further.
I don't think we should look at it at all. I think we go to our third option. You survey it, you bring it up to standards, and we'll take it over when you bring it up to standards. Right? That's my opinion. Well, I don't think we should even get it.
Dean's saying he doesn't want us to make that decision, my understanding is that Dean's saying he doesn't want us to
Well,
make that decision until.
Council can make any decision they want.
Right.
It's council decision, but at the end of the day.
You have to maintain it, you should have to see what it could turn out to be. You know, it could be swampy, it could be anything.
Well, they'd have to bring it up to standards, and that's the thing. Who,
If we make the decision to say yes, you're gonna pay for. all
I'm gonna
the-
say no anyways.
You know what I mean? Like,
You got my vote already.
Not after the fact, you gotta
Right, Brian?
take care of the problem.
Then again, like we discussed before, I know it's, like, I think one event was council said, it's a case by case basis, but again, if you start doing for one. we could end up doing a little bit more roads than anticipated.
Well, we're dealing,
We go from 300-kilometer roads roughly
Mhm.
to 400-kilometer
We have to get
roads.
another truck.
and we're dealing with one situation already from before.
But in
Just
the
want
same,
council to be aware of that.
but in the same breath too, this could lead to income for us too.
I know, but well, I vote against it, so.
So we got. Everybody okay with that?
And lucky to see, we're happy to see that you just changed your mind in the course of a minute and a half, saying you wanted to do it this way, and now you're gonna vote against it.
I know the third option.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah.
So we're doing the third option.
We're gonna wait.
You got my vote already.
I just have 2 updates.
Where are we?
When you're unfinished.
Unfinished we are, okay.
Yeah. So they're just from last time, just leading over from our last meeting. The finance survey we discussed should be going out sometime this week, so Colton and I had a chance to work on it. We kind of looked at other municipalities as well to see what they've done during budget time and use some of those options. Tammy provided us with a few surveys to look at. And yeah, so I think it's gonna be really good and give us some really good information from the community, and the website is now live, which is very exciting. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out.
It looks excellent.
Oh, good.
Have you guys tried the website?
Yeah,
No,
very nice.
Yeah.
I don't have a computer.
Oh, I thought you were,
Just a question. Bylaws. They're listed by year to year now. Oh, they used to be listed by year to year.
Yes, we're working on fixing that. Yeah,
They're gonna go back to the.
we're hoping.
Hoping.
There are going to be some bugs that we haven't worked out,
of
and
course.
bylaws is one of them.
Anything else under unfinished business? Anything under new business?
I have some new business. I've been approached by, over the time that I've been on council, I've been approached by a number of different, property owners in the central part of Gillaloot. Commenting about, the way that their multiple unit dwellings are getting charged for water. And when they talk about it to me, from what I can tell, it doesn't sound as if it's equitably, if places are being charged equitably. And I spoke with Tammy about this, and I would like staff to look at the 81 properties, look at a list of the 81 properties that are on the water system, not sewage, we don't need to go there. To look at how they are classified and see if it makes sense that they're classified correctly. In relation to the other places that are classified in the same way. So whether a place is commercial, large commercial, small commercial, multi-unit residential or single unit residential, that if they're in one of those categories, they should be the same as all the other people that are in the categories. Did I say that clearly? It's pretty convoluted.
This is all coming up through the tax review. Is it not, Kevin? We're not doing any of that?
Not to what Councillor Smith is asking.
Okay, but so if we're gonna be specific to what Councillor Smith is asking, then we need people to actually write a letter to us and ask us for that.
They're not complaining. I'm asking because I've determined that it doesn't feel to me as if it's equitable based on what people are telling me. And I don't have all the information in front of me.
Yeah.
That's something that only staff would be able to determine. I also have to declare I'm on the multi-residential property, so I could be impacted. I wasn't one of the people who's complaining about it, but people should know, or people do know.
So would it be possible for those people that have brought those concerns forward to give us a letter with some of the background on, so that staff could actually look at the example, like a pure example?
I think the thing is, we just wanna make sure that the billing system is fair for everybody. There's many different, especially on Because I've gotten some of the same complaints on Lake Street in particular, you have a lot of different dwellings, some have
Yeah.
like apartments, some have. You know, little bachelor unit, like there's so many different kind of units there, how are they getting billed, what's the formula we're using for the water billing?
Was that?
Yeah.
Sorry, was that not reviewed the last time we looked at the water, Tammy?
That was reviewed a couple, not the last time we looked at the water, but, it was reviewed in previous years.
I remember something about the same issues coming up before, and I thought we had looked into that. Made sure they were,
So you said how many units or how many, there'd be 81?
I think there's 81 people in the water system, or 81 bills that go out for the water system.
But I think the complaint is more about the bigger
the
users,
format.
like
Yeah.
the bigger, what's the formula for coming up with that bill that they have, because. People talk to each other and they're finding that the amounts don't really line up with the number of units they have based, you know, and what they're getting billed for water, like, it's just not adding up. So, and what they tell us, like, yeah, it's not adding up. It's kind of the end of it, so, yeah, how is that being determined? We're not metered, so
Well,
why would someone with 3 apartments be getting billed something different than someone else with 3 apartments, like, what's the formula?
No, I totally agree. Anytime we can look into something like this, I think, it's advantage to us, to make our ratepayers happy. At least then we can give them the comfort that, yeah, this is okay.
Right now, when they come to me and they ask me, I say, well, I don't know. And that doesn't feel comfortable.
I totally agree. So is everyone okay with, giving direction to staff to do this project?
Yeah.
Carl?
Yeah,
And no rush on that whenever it fits in, probably sometime in the next 12, 13 years. Years. I told you it'd be a good meeting, right?
Okay,
I have one.
does anyone else have it? Oh, you choose your stand.
go ahead, Brian.
I have some compliments here for our fire department. I'm just gonna read off a thing here. On Sunday, February 2, our Cape Kildoraine and Richards Fire Department was called out to an accident in which someone was pinned under a tractor on Mockingbird Road. I arrived on the scene just after our firefighters had arrived. Their professionalism in managing the site, providing direction for volunteers to ensure rescue vehicles found the correct driveway, and their swift and skilled response with the extrication equipment is a testament to their dedication and training. Thank you to our volunteer firefighters and their leadership for coming out. It makes me proud and puts me at ease to see our people in action at a moment's notice. They did an excellent job under the circumstances, cold weather, snow, dark, it was, wonderful.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Mr. Gill.
Have you ever checked into that, no parking from the Lions Hall?
I was talking to, one of the people there that live there, and yeah, they're gonna keep the truck in the back now.
Or are they? Well, there's a car there today, but,
The truck was always there, but
they're gonna put it in the back?
yeah.
Good.
I walked there.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but-
He's got the blade on the front now, it's turning.
Okay, and now we're gonna go close. Right? Thank you.
Moved by Brian Crosby, second by Charles Steele, motion to move be it resolved that council moves into the closed meeting between section 239 and clause 2001, 2001, to the following arrangements. Personal matters about an identifiable individual.
Wait. Nice to see you, Terry.
Okay, great. Carrie.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Gary. Good to see you.